The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
We are two wild and crazy guys.
That's right. Sometimes they're funny.
There you go. You won't feel so bad.
Yes, I do actually.
Sometimes they're serious.
My daughter made an incredible squash vegetable soup.
But they're always real.
Do you use a regular toothbrush or do you have like an electronic toothbrush?
And will tell you the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show with my girl, our girl, home girl, Miss Jackie Quiñones.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gente.
Well, that was really corny, guys.
I know.
Well, I know you're not talking to me because you're talking to Casper.
I'm talking to me and Casper. I wasn't paying attention to you. No, I'm just kidding.
Ya temprano para joder, es muy temprano para joder, Luis.
Ya, okay. Mira.
¿Qué tú estás haciendo?
That's how he plays that when the bear comes around.
Louis dead.
Yeah, man.
He was smoking.
Yeah, that looks like, no, but I love that. Do that face again because that looks like una gran nota. Go ahead, do that. Like, damn, what a party.
Grandpa's sleeping.
Yo, that was like back in the day when we used to OD from rum, Old English, Wild Irish Rose, Good Panama Red.
Night Train.
Oh right. My God.
Cisco.
In the house.
Cisco, yeah.
In the house. You know what I'm saying?
The drunk Theo at the party.
Mira, Casper, Jackie, have you guys ever woken up and to like, where the hell am I? How did I get here?
Yeah. Many a times.
You want to tell us like most memorable?
I woke up and there were some kids next to me and I was like, what the hell am I doing?
Oh, okay, that was not eventful. Jackie, go ahead, honey. Go ahead.
You know, I don't recall ever, like maybe if I fell asleep when I was drunk in a club or something years ago. And then
you did that? You, Jackie?
No, and I'm
Santa Maria, Madre de Dios. Oh,
de verdad. Una muchacha tan decente.
No.
Busca del Señor impío.
Yo no hice eso, okay? I'm saying I can't remember. I can't remember a time, so I'm like, maybe I did that. I don't think so, though.
I was remembering it, and they cut me off, so you can say you don't remember. That's
so you said you woke up next to a bunch of kids. That's like, come on, man.
Can I explain the story?
All right, go ahead.
I was at a bar hanging out with a friend of mine. It was karaoke night. Entonces, you don't really sing, but after a couple of drinks, everybody's Frank Sinatra or Axl Rose, So I was there singing, having a great time. Next thing you know, I'm talking to this doña, and like I said, I woke up and there were kids there, and I was like, what the hell is this? And apparently what happened was, and it sounds bad, but it was actually innocent. My friend said, yo, you got so fucked up. We came back over here. We put you on the sofa. But yeah, that was scary because I woke up and I was fucking kids are these. That's the first thing I'm looking at. I'm like, the first thing you do, you wake up and you do inventory. You check for your wallet. I'm like, okay, my wallet's here. Okay, I got my cell phone, but who the fuck's kids are these? The lady woke up, hooked me up with some soap, and sent my ass home.
Ooh,
yeah, so Mark Lugo wants to be on the show, and he thinks he can make Casper and Louis laugh. You know what, Mark?
What about Jackie? What am I, chopped liver?
There you go, honey. That's what I was about to say.
Thank you.
Juan, ¿cómo está Juancito? Elias in the house.
Hey.
Listen, so before we move forward, our team here, myself, Casper, Jackie, and Gustavo, just want to let all those people out there in the West Coast know, man, that our hearts go out to you, man. It's like really catastrophic. It's affecting the planet. You know when they said that the Amazon forest was burning and satellite images? Yo, California, Oregon,
It's
Washington
crazy
State.
what's going on.
It's insane.
You know,
The
and
size of
We got
Connecticut.
her on the show. She's been coughing up because how's it
yeah.
going for you over there?
Tell us, Jackie. Tell us,
So
please.
today specifically, I'm going to be doing this a lot.
Yeah, but
and-
don't overact, Jackie. Just do it.
No. I just. Yeah.
Because I see Louis ask. Yes, hold on. I can't see you, Louis. Hold on, let me blow on
Hold on. No. Mira. Esto es serio, ¿ok?
Oh, jokes aside,
Esto
go
es
ahead.
serio. Deja la mierda. Go ahead, Jackie.
So I like to sleep with my windows open because California usually gets cool at night and it's a nice cool breeze. And I have a cross breeze in my room, but lately I've had to close the windows because last week I woke up and it smelled like mesquite barbecue in my room. I'm not even kidding. It smelled like somebody was barbecuing in my room. And I was like, what is happening? What is that? Did I use my mesquite barbecue like salt on meat or something? I don't think so. Smelling my hair, and then I realized it was coming from outside.
Wow.
The winds are blowing it in this direction. So I can't even imagine what it's like over there. And it's been okay for the past week or so, but then today again, I'm having issues. So
I think they canceled a baseball game up in Oakland or somewhere up there because of all the smoke.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
I would imagine so. It's very, very bad for you to inhale that smoke too. Like the effects are long term, and the smoke particles, what happens is your lungs get inflamed trying to fight it, but the smoke particles are so small that they just keep fighting it and they keep getting more inflamed. So it's very dangerous. So if you guys are there or anywhere nearby where there's smoke, just try your best to get away, because it's not just the fire, it's the smoke.
Yeah, man. And again, it's really terrible. Listen, I was there one time, like what, 3-4 years ago, and from my kitchen window, I can see the whole hill in San Fernando Valley.
San Fernando Valley.
Up there, that whole ridge.
Sherman Oaks. We used to see that shit all the time.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Want to give a shout out to Nikki, to Rod.
Yeah, Rod
Reyes,
Rod
Andrea,
says-
Hi,
saludos.
Nikki.
Juan Delgado, Papa, what's up?
Rod says, I just want to say
Hi,
hello, send love to you both. You're both dear to me. Jackie, no, just me and Louie. Rod loves us. He doesn't love Jackie. I'm kidding. I know he loves her too. We have who else? Juan Delgado. It's me, Tito from 11th Street.
Tito, what's up,
It's your boy
Papo?
Tito. What's up,
Hi,
Tito from
Tito.
11th Street?
Mira. So, also, I want to give a shout out again to all our nurses, doctors, medical people, maintenance people, delivery people, social workers, teachers. Listen, anybody that's struggling with addiction, with emotional stuff, anybody that's dealing with losing a loved one, anybody that's struggling, man, we send you our love, mucho respeto, and thank you guys for the job that you do. And like I said, to all our brothers and sisters out there that are struggling, hang in there, seek help, talk to somebody, and just know this: we love you. You are loved. This world is a better place because you are in it. So please, keep living, give life.
This is an extra difficult time for a lot of people. Next message. This is an
Rod
extra
Reyes still
difficult time
busting
for a
balls.
lot of
Mira, Rod says, you guys didn't even introduce me. No,
Rod.
Hi, Rod.
I said Rod. I got to say Rod Reyes.
exactly. We were just talking about how much you love us, but you don't love Jackie. You just
Wow.
Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with that?
Okay, listen. What's going on with all this stuff I'm hearing about all these birds dropping out of the sky in New
I
Mexico?
know. I don't know.
Oh,
That's
I don't.
so
I haven't even
cool.
heard about that. I just heard about Kanye pissing on his Grammy. I was gonna go piss on my Emmy.
No!
What?
Did you see that shit?
No,
Yeah.
Kanye
Well, yeah,
urinated on his Grammy.
he threw it in the toilet bowl and pissed on it. But listen, I get it. As crazy as Kanye is, some of that is making sense. It's just the way he's executing his message. Because what he's really talking about is like, stop being a slave already to these labels. He's talking about what went on with Michael Jackson, that he wants to get out of his contract. What happened? That is what he's trying to say. But bro, he's entertaining. He pissed on his Grammys. I was like, that's
But I
fucking.
mean, this coming from a guy who cut off Taylor Swift to continue a message that he wants. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, this is just.
I'm sorry,
it's just
Jackie. I
more-
know you're having a thought right now, but I just want to say that Casper had the best statement so far in this conversation. I have
up.
the clip from TMZ if you want to see it. I don't
I
know.
want
It's
to
a little
see it.
strong.
Yeah. Let's
Guys?
watch it.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Oh boy, are you kidding me?
Kanye is an attention whore.
Oh my God.
That is easy peasy.
Do you think? Wait, here's a question. Do you think after that, even if he makes an incredible album, that he'll win another Grammy?
Hell no. You know how
No,
it is.
right? He'll never be invited to the Grammys again.
Well, I like what Rocky over here said. Can you put that up, Gustavo? What Rocky said?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Rocky, I agree.
Yeah, he's never gonna become president. Sorry. And Kanye, if you're out there listening, or any of Kanye's people, and Kanye would like to come on and talk about what's inside his head, we'd be more than happy to listen and have a conversation.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So, yo, Casper,
Yes, sir.
how many gray hairs you have? Jackie, how many gray hairs you have, Jackie?
I'll be
I
honest.
don't know.
with you.
I'd have to count them, but no more than probably both my hands. Or
Oh no, I have a lot. I just use just for men. So I do have a lot of gray hairs. You know.
But Casper, you look so young. Like, even if you had gray hair, I think.
Jackie, he's 23 years old. What do you mean?
I'm going to be 50 December 21st. I am.
Okay, good.
I
I am
know,
getting my
you look young and
AARP
baby.
card.
Yo. I have a treat. So I went apple picking today with my beautiful daughter, Luna.
Uh-huh.
And we went apple picking and we bought a variety of apples. But at the checkout, they had, ready?
Yes. Donuts.
Apple donuts, yo.
Those are
Apple
like the apple.
donut.
But is it an apple dipped in dough?
Everything's
Or-
apple cider.
Oh my
pumpkin.
God. It's a donut made with like apple sauce and maple sugar, stuff like that.
I thought it was
right?
like borderline healthy.
Well, what? What are you disappointed,
He is
Jackie?
bullshitting me, right?
Oh, but
But they make it with applesauce. What kind of fucking chef makes a donut with applesauce?
Well,
a good one. A good one that knows what they're doing.
That's true. That's true.
And that would not be you, Casper. Go
Oh,
ahead, say.
shit. Yo, tantas
Are you
veces que yo he
messing with
cocinado en tu casa.
You paused. I can't hear you, Casper.
That's a good
Oh,
thing.
that's crazy.
So, Jackie, let's talk about some things. Oh, he's back.
That's a good thing. Oh, man.
I tried.
Now I want a
Stop
donut.
Rocky, not only does Louis make his own maple syrup, he produces it from his own land.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not joking.
Oh, you guys.
Boricua. Okay, yes, Jackie.
Last week, I didn't say this last week, but last week, the day before we did the show, so this was last Tuesday. I'm sleeping. Last Tuesday, early morning, it was like 3:00 in the morning. I wake up because I hear like helicopters. And in LA, that's a normal thing. You hear helicopters all the time, but there's helicopters right over my building.
Oh! I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
What?
And then what happened is they're in your building, right? They're in your building, and they're going after the guy that lives down the hallway from you. That
Not down the hallway.
every time you see him, está bien calmado, doesn't bother anybody.
You're a psychic, Louis. How'd you figure that out?
No. Check it out. Check it out. I'm gonna finish this because my psychic stuff is on right now. It's on right now.
Watch el mercado.
Right. And so what happened is there was a tipping point, and they were chasing the guy. He ran into your building. All this crazy shit happened.
It was a car chase, and he got out of the car
right.
and he ran to the building, and they all like, it was crazy. They all like jumped. Where'd Casper go? He just left.
Tell the story.
And he ran to the building.
Right. That's
he
right.
was hiding, and there were like 10 cops looking for him. And I wake up
right.
to, get on the ground,
Yeah.
hands above your head, on the ground. And I was like, what is happening? I was
It's Groundhog.
No. But
Groundhog Day.
what I want to say to you, Jackie, I was about what time did that happen?
3 a.m.
Huh?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. So it was like 6 o'clock in the morning here, and I woke up like in a sweat, like I was running, And so there were cops, there were helicopters in my dream, So that's amazing.
We're connected. That's telepathy.
Yeah, like that.
Have you ever thought of becoming X-Men?
Oh yeah.
You should train. You should train to be X-Men.
Hold up. Casper, she's talking to you.
No, she was talking to you.
No,
I'm just enjoying the story because we heard that story last week. That's why
Casper, you could be an X-Men too.
An aneurysm. I thought I was having
Jackie, tú estás fumando algo, tomando un café diferente because you told us that story last week in detail.
That's why he knows all the details.
Did I? I don't remember.
And that's why I'm laughing. And I said it's Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I did not get that at all.
I want to send out some love and respect to my buddy, Mr. Calvin Belknap, a dear friend of mine. Tippy Ski Martinez. What's up, papi? I hope you're well.
Scheme.
Okay.
Make that dream scheme. And our buddy Alexander Fernandez, who was with us last week on the show.
Alexander,
Hey,
what's up?
Alexander. How are you?
He wanted you to
Taking those COVID-19.
Yeah, it's affecting you, Jackie. Get out now. Get out now.
But you know what's great that she told us that story like it was fresh and new. It was awesome. Like I was all in, and she was all in because Louis was like, no, but wait. Then there were like 10 cops, and then and she's like, yes, we're so connected.
I'm sorry, I have a horrible memory, you guys.
Y eso que no fuma nada.
Imagine if I did.
Yeah.
It was the liquor.
You see? Oh, coño. No. Okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
We're going to send you the 12-step book, Jackie.
Okay.
Well, listen, I want to ask you guys, we're almost done with the year. What are you guys, what's your number one lesson for 2020?
Holy crap. Let me just let that process for a second. That's insane.
I've spent the majority of this year in my garage. I've been social distancing. Louis, you've been up in Vermont, since what, March?
Bro, I've been here since last November when I got home.
Wow.
But you know what? I mean, look, man, I learned to do so much, man. I learned about gardening. I learned about bees. I learned how to fix things. I learned how to figure things out that I had to fix. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, like in the beginning, the isolation was like a little weird. and then you got pretty kind of used to it, and then little by little, it's becoming like on your man. I just wanna hug somebody and stuff like that because you missed that element. I love what Alexander says. Never trust a person who claims everything is beautiful, magical, or perfect. Well, I did not go there, so I'm good. I'm free and clear. Yeah. So go ahead, Jackie. You were saying.
No, I wasn't. I'm curious to know what Casper's lesson was.
That you gotta adjust. You gotta make it work for you, because at the end of the day, I ended up unemployed in the middle of this pandemic, and then I ended up getting a job from home. And honestly, I wake up every day saying I'm really lucky that I can work, make an income from home, and do creative stuff from home, like doing this podcast with you guys. Because honestly, this is really my only source of contact with people, is on Wednesdays on this podcast, because the rest of the time it's just me, Christine, and Marty, and I love them, yeah. But it's like Louis says, sometimes you want to just hang out with someone else or just hug someone else.
And have an apple donut.
Yeah.
I fuck you and your donut.
I'm so mad at you that I can't have an apple donut with you right now.
I have filter water,
I have regular one.
My biggest lesson, thanks for asking, is
nobody has. You closed it with thanks.
I didn't even answer the question yet.
I want to know.
So yeah, my biggest lesson have been, so with the people that I love, I have to lower expectations, and I just have to love. The house is going to be a mess. Things aren't going to be perfect. I just have to love. That's, I think, the biggest lesson I've learned.
Okay, thank you, Gustavo. Thank you. So Brian De Jesus said having to readjust is the biggest lesson for sure.
That's right.
Yeah,
What's your biggest hustle? What's your hustle?
Well, I think my biggest lesson. Sorry, Louis. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hold on, let me go ahead.
You guys are making fun of me, but what if tomorrow I end up in the hospital with some kind of lung something because of the fires? I feel really bad.
Jackie, that is easy. We will start a GoFundMe. Don't sweat it. Anyway, go ahead.
I think my biggest lesson, honestly, was living in the moment and being grateful. Being grateful for my health. I think we take our health for granted, that I was just so grateful that I had just been to the airport several times, so to the international area of the airport. So I'm lucky that I didn't get sick and, worse. So I think I just learned how to be grateful, how to live in the moment, and how to be at peace in the midst of chaos. Basically the same thing you were saying, like how to adjust, which I think is a valuable lesson for life.
Listen, I traffic watch. I sit in my garage and I watch certain cars go by. Sometimes somebody's walking their dog and I wave at them. Hey, one time this older guy looks at me, because the thing is, where I live, everybody's garage is basically their storage haven. And then maybe there's a little space for the car. Where my garage, it's just a freezer, a little table, a chair, and the space for the car. So there's Viejito walked by the other day, and he looks in and he looks at me. He goes, "Hey, did you just move here?" And I go, "No, I've been here like 2 years." He goes, "So why is your garage empty?" And I'm looking at him and I go, "Because I'm not materialistic. I do not like too many things." And he's like, "Really?" He goes, "So you don't have it?" I go, "I have stuff. Look, I got some tools. I got a ladder. I got my big freezer for my meats, because we go shopping maybe once a month for meat. I don't go out anywhere right now. And I don't think it's going to be safe to go out anywhere till maybe next year."
Yeah, they're saying that there's not going to be a vaccine in circulation until the middle of next year at some point, which I would even venture to say probably the end of next year.
Hi, Casi Suegra. My Casi Suegra is there. Isis.
Hi, Debbie Cox.
Hi, Isis.
LES in the house, baby.
Yeah, Di Molina, you're right. Lozenges. You know what? I'm going to go get some lozenges. Thanks, Di Molina.
You go do that.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Let's talk shit about Jackie when she
Yeah.
leaves.
So guys, you guys should know this about Jackie. Number one, she's a badass salsa dancer. I can attest to that. Okay. Alexander is telling us that the vaccine will be ready in 2024. Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You know what I mean? That means that's like the next election.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Next cycle.
You know? And anyway, Jackie's a really great dancer. You know, she's a very talented writer, a phenomenal director. And she's just like an all-around great human being. You just don't want to be hanging out with Jackie though, like 3, 4, 5 in the morning because it's really chaos.
She's too electric.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then she starts ordering. Like we go to diners, and she's ordering stuff that's not on the menu, and they're trying to explain to her, "Mira, they don't have that." And then she starts crying. And it's
mira. Alexander says, put that up, Gustavo, about my team loves Jackie. Look at that. My team loves Jackie. She's got fans in Malaysia. Don't tell her that, though. Don't tell her.
Yeah. Take that shit down, Gustavo. Oh my God, I don't want
Well, since she's not here, I mean, I always wanted a big sister so I could hook up with her friends and stuff. And
oh my God, shut the fuck up.
Actually, like, listen to what she has to say and stuff. Like,
Thank you.
Okay, Gustavo, you got a family. Okay, go away. Yeah.
What else were we saying about Jackie? We got to keep it up.
We got to keep it up. What else? Anybody out there know anything about Jackie?
Hold on. Change the conversation.
Oh my God, Jackie.
So that's how we make the world a better place to live, Louis.
All the time.
And that's how we achieve peace on earth.
Yes.
Yo, Jackie, just want you to know that Alexander says that his team loves you.
Oh yeah, put that up, Gustavo.
Gustavo, yeah, put that up. You should see that. I think that's really sweet.
Hi. Oh, thanks, Alexander.
Mira.
You just made my whole week. My whole quarantine experience. Thank you.
She's got fans in Malaysia. I don't have fans in Malaysia.
You know how to
likes me.
You know how to speak Malaysian, Jackie?
Nope.
You better start learning.
Oh, yeah,
I know how to speak this.
Love is love.
Listen. Where is it? So Di Molina said you shouldn't avoid going. You shouldn't avoid going to places. I was scared too, but I adjusted to the mask and keep safe. You know.
Well, I go out though. I do. I go shopping, but I put a mask on. I take my little 3-ounce sanitizer with me. When I come out of the place, I wipe my hands down. I wipe the cart before I go in. I do little safety precautions, and I do keep social distancing. I am not in a rush. If I see somebody in front of me in the vegetable area and I need to pick something, I'll wait. I'm not that person like, come on, hurry up, I gotta go. I'm like, nah. I made the time to do this. Y además, ¿qué carajo voy a hacer? I don't do anything else, so take your time. And that's it.
I just went to a restaurant for the first time on Sunday since quarantine, since March.
Wow.
Around March 15th.
Did you go by yourself?
No, I worked on a new series, a YouTube series, a roundtable series that discusses Caribbean representation in film and television. And afterward, we went to eat. We were all tested. We were all safe. But we went to eat afterward. It was about 5 or 6 of us. Mm-hmm. And I figured, you know what? It's fine. I'll just wash my hands. I'll make sure I clean the utensils if they seem like they haven't been cleaned or something like that. But they were in bags. Everything was fine. And I'm alive. So...
No, that's cool. And talking about that, I want to bring our first guest up because this next guy is going to be performing in the Osceola Arts Theater. Mike Acevedo is a U.S. veteran singer. I met him back in the days when he was with the group Mi Mayor. He's out here in Orlando. Welcome him to the show. Hey, Mike, come on board, brother.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear
Mike,
me?
what's up, brother?
¿Cómo está? We use masks in here to practice right now because, Corona and all.
Right.
How
So
you doing?
we're good. So you're backstage. Tell us a little about the project, what's going on, what you're doing right now.
Okay, so in Osceola Arts here in Kissimmee, we're having In the Heights. Okay, In the Heights says this is probably they did it in 2016 and 18 in Orlando, and now Kissimmee has the rights to do it, and so we're putting it on for the community for Hispanic Heritage Month especially. It hits hard. Central Florida has a great Latino community, and everyone gets to come out, and tickets fly. When this show comes, I mean, it doesn't last long for tickets. And plus, this one's a little different because of COVID. We can only fill 50% of the house because the other 50% is used for social distancing and spacing people in their groups that they're in. And so, so there's less tickets, but we added a couple shows to try to make up for that. And it's wonderful. I mean, it's wonderful. It's a blessing playing Kevin Rosario again.
Cool.
Kevin Rosario, that's a really great play. Go ahead, Casper.
Oh.
Sorry.
No. I was just saying, cool. Louis looks so fucking. Look at Louis. Just sitting there like,
Let me tell you, Mike. So I saw In the Heights 4 times when it was on Broadway, and the first time that I saw it, like at the end, when they're doing that beautiful, incredible last song, I start crying, bro. And I mean, I'm really crying because I'm so happy that I finally get to see a part of my life on a Broadway stage. Because what's beautiful about the Heights, it has all the things that we grew up with, all the costumbres, and because of the Heights, the whole world knew what a piragua was.
Yes, indeed. You're right about that. It was a wonderful. I was in the Army overseas when it came out on Broadway, so I couldn't see it. But my friend Veronica is married to Chris Jackson, so I knew about it, and I was like, "Oh wow, that show is doing really well." And growing up Puerto Rican in New York, West Side Story is like a staple in your house. It's like, "Oh, you gotta see West Side Story." But this, for my generation, I think In the Heights is the West Side of my generation, and it actually shows Latinos how we really are with each other. Not animals, that we love each other, we care about each other. And your grandmother's my grandmother, because growing up in Kingsbridge, my mother was my mother, because I get in trouble by all of them.
Yeah. No, that there was a time, mira, yo tenía una vecina que se llamaba Altagracia, and her kids were my mother's kids, and we all ate together. If we didn't have food, they would share with us. If they were tight, we would share with them. If we got stupid, Altagracia had the right to backhand me,
Right. Yeah, that's how it is in the hood.
And that was the day that the bodegas gave you fiao,
Yeah. El bodeguero tenía la libretita, and I would go there. Mami pidió un pan, una docena de huevos, 3 latas de spaghettios, and he's like, okay, y lo anota ahí. Papi viene el viernes y lo paga. He's like, yeah, no hay problema,
No. But the part you forgot, Casper, after you order that, sí, mira, y 3 ice cream.
Sí, you throw in your shit.
Ice cream.
Back then, we could buy beer and cigarettes to bring up
for our parents. Yeah, if you had a note. Mommy needs a gallon of milk, a 6-pack of Budweiser, 2 pints champagne, and a box of Newports. Mira, y los numeritos para Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, the lotto. Did you guys ever trick or treat at the bodegas?
Hell yeah!
You used to give candy.
Okay, guys. I'm sorry, Mike. Guys, can you keep your focus? We'll talk about Mike. Okay, we'll talk about Mike and what he's doing. Mike, so tell us how. So how long have you guys been doing the play now down there?
So now we've been rehearsing close to a month now. Opening is next Friday, so we go on from the September 25th to October 11th. We rehearse about 4 days a week, but with Tech Week coming up, we have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way through show, till the show starts. So just to make sure we get on any audio, really spiced up and perfect for the show. But
could I ask, is the music recorded, or do you guys have a live band?
No, we don't have a live band in this one. This is my 3rd iteration of playing in the Heights in Central Florida. And the last one we did, we had a live band. This one we're using the music. We're using the music, and everyone just goes to the musical cues. But whether we have the band or not is just a phenomenal feeling on stage, telling this story to people. Kevin is, me being born and raised in the Bronx, and he's from Arecibo, and coming to Manhattan. And then my family's from Atillo, which is very close to Arecibo. So it's a wonderful story to tell. I love telling stories of Latinos like this because this is the real. This is no show. This is just us. I mean, we so so much typecasting over the years. People get used to that. They get used to what they think a Latino is, as opposed to what Latinos are. We come in all flavors and sabores and all sizes and stuff. We are everything.
And we can dance, and we can party, and we can cook.
And we got flavor.
Yo, and we can wrap everything in aluminum and take that shit home after the party.
And pasteles last forever in the freezer.
It's not only for Christmas. That's a year-round meal.
No shit.
That is the Puerto Rican Hot Pocket.
I'll tell you, you guys had Mark Vieira on a couple of shows ago.
Right.
Mark and I went to high school together at Kennedy in the Bronx. So it was
Cool.
good to see another Kennedy guy on there.
Sorry to hear that. But okay.
I told you the Board of Education in New York sucks balls. Look, Mike and Mark went to
Look at what they're producing. No, I'm talking to you, Casper. But anyway, so let me ask you, brother. So the cast from the show, are they all from that area down there, or are they flying in?
They're all from the area. The last show we did in Orlando at the Orlando Shakes Theater, they did have some actors audition from New York that actually came down and were part of the show from New York. So we did have a few there. It was mostly majority Central Florida cast, but we did have a few actors from New York.
And has Lin-Manuel ever shown up to one of your shows?
No, but our first show.
No, don't tell me that, bro.
He has family here in Kissimmee. So the first time we did it at the Shakes, they got in touch with us that his uncle lived out here, and this was 2016, and he never saw the show in New York with the family. And if we could accommodate them to finally see, Lynn's masterpiece on stage for them, and we accommodated them, and they love the show. They're out here. We're actually going to be reaching out to them since we're actually right in their backyard and see if they want to come on to see this show.
Now, so how many people, considering all the social distancing, how many people will actually be in the audience when you guys do that show?
So we have actually, I'll take you into the. I'll take you in so you can actually see.
Give us a $2 tour.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're having a little costume parade with all our outfits that we're wearing today, and I don't have you guys on headphones, so just come follow me.
Ooh, fun.
Kiss me here.
Very cool. Very cool.
Jackie, keep it down, he said. They're rehearsing.
I feel like
So this is the cast right now doing it.
cool. Look.
A little up there, parading, getting their costumes all checked out there. Okay, and as far as the seating goes, so they're finishing the set as we speak. This is the last week for the set to be shellacked and whatever is going to be built and constructed. But the cast, as far as the seats go, I think we're going to half of the house. I think it's maybe 95 seats or so, instead of like 170 or so. So we would love to sell the house, and we can sell the house out. This show does sell out. Every time we did it, there was not one seat left. It's just we're being mindful that people are afraid to come out to do things socially. In this one, we want to make sure that they can feel safe at the same time. Enjoy the powerful story that it is, because it is a very powerful story. So when you said you cried at the end, Louis, it is like a culmination of everything that, if you're a New Yorker, that you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
right.
great to see it on that stage, on the Great White Way. It has some sofrito now on there too.
That's right.
Yeah, because the last Latino play was Zoot Suit, and that was back in the 80s. So we needed to skip it up and.
And it's good to see, being raised in New York too. I know you guys growing up with hip hop in our
Of course.
in the music that we listen to. A lot of plays over the years, Jam on the Groove, I think, or some of the rock steady we're doing, they never penetrated Broadway. I think they got off Broadway or off Broadway. But it's good to see the penetration of hip hop in the same sense with this and Hamilton, and how it, how the masses are just loving it to death now. So that's another thing that I love about it.
Yeah, let me tell you something. If In the Heights came back to Broadway, I'm there, papi. I am so there.
I love that.
Yeah,
song.
hablando de eso, did you see that his father, Louis Miranda has a new show now on HBO Max.
I saw.
Which is pretty cool. I was like, oh, check out it. Because I know Louis from back in the days when I used to be in El Basilón. He used to be a contributor with us. He used to come out onto the show and talk on the show because he was working, I think, for El Diario La Prensa at that time. And, and he would talk about how Lin was developing this and that. And it's great to see where Lin-Manuel Miranda has taken this. I want to see the movie. Remember, the movie was supposed to release this year.
Yeah.
The preview looks wonderful. The preview trailer looks great.
Mike, so I got to ask you something. I like to ask this to everyone, but what has been your biggest life lesson?
My biggest life lesson, I'm going to say this live. Not a lot of people know this about me, but at the end of my high school time, I became homeless for like a year or so. And I didn't know if I could get through that. And not only did I get through that, but I persevered. I became part of a group that Casper said he met me in. I was in the military for 8.5 years overseas. I mean, I've done amazing things since then. So I saw that as that I'm a survivor. When you don't know you can survive until you're thrown in the fire.
Until you have to, yeah.
and see what comes to me. And I never lost my vision that I had. I never let that take away what I wanted to become, what I wanted to do. So that's something that I'm actually letting you guys know. Not a lot of people know that about me. And I never look down upon anybody. Situations happen in life, and it's your job to try to get over that obstacle. And sometimes your friends can help you get over the hump,
Well, thank you. But by the way, Matt Levy is hitting on you real heavy.
That's
his homie. That's our homie.
Casper, Julio Pabon from Latinos.
Yeah, of course. And I know his son, Julio Pabon Jr.
was Lynn's roommate in college at Wesleyan.
I did not know that. Julio's now with Spotify.
Pabon Jr. played the original Navi when it was in college called Washington Heights.
Get out of here. That is awesome.
Yes,
that's something I have to speak with Julio Jr. soon, but that's
cool.
awesome to know.
Yeah, and then as far as Louis, I think you know my cousin, Andrea Navedo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my cousin, Andrea.
Oh, right on. I love her.
Yeah, Andrea, I know you guys are friends because I think she talked about it.
She played my girl in How to Make It in America.
Yes,
that's
indeed.
right.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
She was great, man. For real.
Yeah, but it's the show is awesome. I wish you guys were local to be able to come on down and check it out. It's going to be a wonderful show wherever it is. When I was in LA, I think they were giving it in LA when I was there last time, when I was visiting Matt Levy. I saw like the In the Heights stuff everywhere. But it's an awesome show wherever it is. And I'm just fortunate and blessed to be playing it again. And the
What's your favorite part about doing the show?
My favorite part doing the show, just the feel of New York, like on a stage like that. The feel of the bodega and the taxi and the salon and the bochinche and the piragua, just all that stuff together. The ambience and the atmosphere that I'm used to growing up in. It's really nice to see it on a stage. That's my favorite part.
Nice.
That's nice.
So let me ask you, brother, like when you do these shows, who produces them? Who's producing this particular show?
So Osceola Arts is producing it. We have the director, Josian. Josian Morales is directing this one. Now, Josian was an understudy with me on the second In the Heights together. And he came, he loved the show so much that he wanted to actually go and direct it. And he got a chance to here with Osceola Arts. So it's good because he was Navi's understudy. So he knew the story. He knew everything going in and out. So it's good seeing it from an actor's perspective because he's an actor, a performer. So the director hat he's wearing now. And it's good. It's good to see somebody treating it with the hands that he's treating it with.
Right. Okay. Jackie, you got a good question to ask?
I do. I'm curious to know how you got into acting. And I'm also curious to know if you're doing anything with the production or if you're just acting in this show.
I'm just acting in this one. As far as getting into acting, we're all actors in New York. You grow up, everybody I know my block was an actor. They didn't know it, but they were.
Really? Oh, yeah, that's true.
When I say I'm not talking about acting for money, just on the block. There was so much character in the city.
Yeah.
You were always acting stupid.
And
Casper, speak for yourself.
I went into in Kennedy High School. As a junior, I said, you know what? I want to try this out. I think I could do it. All these years, I've been acting like a crazy knucklehead with my friends and stuff. And I tried out for a play called South Pacific, and I made the lead, and that was it. From that point on, great. I want to do this. Let's keep it moving.
You got the bug.
I got the bug, and then and because I was singing. My grandfather was a singer in the 50s. His name was Tony Aguilar. He was a Puerto Rican singer from the barrio. He came up with Yo Toro and Tito Puente and all these guys.
I heard of him, bro. No lie.
Tony Aguilar. He was always at Teatro Puerto Rico. That was like his spot, and he was just in that thing. So always growing up, my grandmother, tú vas a ser como tu abuelo, and then I ended up becoming a singer and an actor. So it's a wonderful thing just to keep passing the torch.
What is it about acting that you love the most, and what kind of advice would you give to up and coming actors?
Yo, she's sounding like Gustavo, Casper. Go ahead.
No.
Listen, I have a special place on this show, Jackie, okay? I was preparing my question for Mike, and I wanted to know, Mike, now that we're talking about new actors, I'm a man of many talents. I can make myself cry. I can sing. I can dance.
Oh, God. We already know
Maybe you can put my word in with Hollywood and give me an audition.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you.
As far as acting, Jackie, I like putting life in a character. Like, it's like to put life and spirit into that character. And I really like to delve deep into a character, give it some background, make something that makes sense so that I can feel connected to it. And then just give it all the life that it needs.
Now, Mike, give us the dates again, because I see a couple of people are asking, when are you going to be performing? It's September 25th till?
September 25th to October 11th. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But because we sold out quite a few shows already and they're selling out, we added 2 more Thursday shows. Now, if they don't show yet, they're going to show within the next couple of days when you look at the tickets there. I think October 1st and October 8th, those dates were added to try to accommodate more people that want to come.
And what's the name of the theater? Because people are asking.
It's called Osceola Arts. It's in Kissimmee, Florida. It's right off 1792. And so Osceola, if they go to www.osceolaarts.org, they can see all the information there, the tickets, the address, how to get there. It's right here in Kissimmee. It's one of Kissimmee's main theaters.
Right. I was gonna say get that. All you gotta do, Louis, to get there is siga la carretera, make a left at the Gallina, and you're right there, bro. Yo, Richie Bulldog, get on board. I would love for Richie Bulldog to get online with us. I want him to come on the show because I love his story and I want to share it with Louis. But yeah, man, we're having a good time. Mike, anything else you want to tell us?
Casper thinks when I was in Germany, me and Casper, we would talk all the time. And one time he told me, "Mira, I'm doing the thing con Louis, the window actor, Louis Bisman." I say, "Oh yeah, get out of here." I'm gonna do one from the castles and this crazy looking in the windows of the castles in Germany and stuff. And then I ended up doing one, and it was so funny that and I attached it to that one. But you guys are hilarious. I mean, I've been following you guys.
Yeah, I think I gotta bring that back. I was born there. I remember that shot. I was living on Boynton Avenue in the Bronx, and I'm sitting looking out the window, and I go,
"That was funny."
Let me just get a camera, and I created this whole character who was a window actor. He worked in every movie in the window. Like he was like, hey, you saw that movie Inside Man? You saw those windows in Inside Man? I was on one of them. In Brokeback Mountain, when they were walking by, I was in the window. It's like every movie I was in the window, rear view window.
Yeah, that was funny.
To the window! To the window!
To the wall!
Mikey Ventana. They call me Mikey Windows. And then but it was hilarious, man. Thank you for the opportunity, guys, to talk about the show. I appreciate it. Hispanic Heritage Month is here and it's live and it's in effect. So I love it. I love it. I'm going to keep pushing your show every week anyway, because I think everybody needs to check it out. You guys do a great production.
Just want to say bendiciones to you. Our regards to your cast of that show. Have a blast, Papi. Thank you for representing us, in theater, on that stage,
I'll let you say goodbye to the cast right now.
Yeah, sure. Let's say bye to them. Or hello, whichever one. It'd be cool.
Vaya.
Let's see the
Vaya.
cast and be like, yo, what's up, guys?
Josian, Luis Guzman wants to say hi and bye.
Hello, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good.
Thank you for doing the show. It's a great show.
Of course, thank you guys.
Bendiciones
Happy
to you, brother.
Hispanic Heritage Month.
Oh, igual.
Igual. Gracias.
The cast is changing. They're doing a.
That's cool. They're working. It's all good.
They're working. Everybody's working, but we shoot the copy of the show. I'll send you guys a copy so you can have it.
Oh,
Alrighty.
amazing. Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
so
indeed.
much.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, guys.
Have
I
fun. Break legs and stay safe too. Make sure you guys stay safe.
Damn, that shit sounds hostile. Break
Becky,
legs.
that's so cliche.
Well, you're not supposed to
No.
say good luck.
Well, here's the thing. You can't tell a guy
It's
wearing
a play,
a shirt
Jackie. It's a play.
that says El Malo to go break
And
legs.
he said, Malo.
Malo, sí, Willy Colón.
Yeah, come on, Jackie. What's wrong with
Well,
you?
what am I gonna say then? You tell me what I'm supposed to say.
Que coja una quenepa y haga un
I'm not putting words
despojo.
into your mouth.
You know.
Yeah.
Rapa, piragua.
Afuera, pa'
Tamarindo.
afuera, pa' afuera.
Yeah, exactly. Brazo gitano, brazo
You
gitano.
know?
Make sure you put
Well,
cigar
brother, thank
smoke around you.
Te veo.
So
Bye.
thank you, papi.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
That's too
Igualmente.
funny, but that's cool. That's cool. I mean, you know, I know a lot of people are a little
Jose,
afraid to.
we're more than happy to be supporting your son and his career. Bendiciones to you and to your family.
Hey, Jose.
You know
How
what
you
I'm
doing,
saying?
brother? Yeah. Mike's been a friend of mine for many years now. So, you know, I'm glad they're out there. They're social distancing. They're staying safe. I know a lot of people don't want to go out, but there's some people out there who do want to start going out and socializing and checking out.
Okay, bring up Paulie. Bring up Paulie. We're gonna say hi to Paulie.
Who's there? Hold on. Oh, okay. No, Gustavo's letting us know that Paula and Caro are already here. Oh, cool. What's up?
Whoa!
We're
Awesome.
Good.
Oh my God.
Alexa, turn the lights on. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
in the dark.
Yeah.
Alexa's not listening.
So where are you guys?
I'm in Detroit, Michigan.
You're in-
I don't
okay.
in alphabetical order. Where are you?
It's okay. You're in Detroit, and where are you?
Hi, I'm in Miami. Louis, it's so crazy to be in front of your face. I know. You're the best.
That's so
Thank
funny.
you.
You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna bring you down. No.
I know. Has anybody been on this show and like fangirled Louis yet? Yeah, everybody, right?
Yeah, pretty much everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Even Casper fangirls me.
Nah, I'm
trying to
already
bring-
your bitch. I'm not fangirling anymore.
That's it.
Technically, being his bitch is fangirling, so there you go.
I'm fangirling and I'm fucking almost 40. It's okay. No, you're not.
These days, with flu and who knows what else going around, I'm switching up how I do Halloween.
Trick or treat!
Okay, hold out your hands.
Hey, that's not candy.
Nope, it's hand sanitizer.
I hate you.
Yeah, well, consider this then. The flu virus is everywhere, you little germ wagons. How many doorknobs have you touched tonight? So make a healthy difference this Halloween and sanitize those little trick-or-treaters.
This message brought to you by the makers of hand sanitizer. We've got this flu season Halloween thing all figured out.
Oh yeah, Tricky Tracky. We're gonna be right back with more of the Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez show. Hype through all the way, Brookie.
Coming soon, the adventure you've been waiting for. Jurassic World Quarantine, starring Dr. Fauci.
All right, folks, we just learned that COVID can be spread to dinosaurs. You, Brontosaurus, why don't you have a mask on? I'm going to climb up your long neck and put a mask on you. Don't you argue with me.
Watch as Dr. Fauci tries to help dinosaurs prevent COVID-19.
I want to see you velociraptors practicing social distancing in your enclosure. Hey, you, why are you so close to that other raptor? I don't care if you're sharing a cow carcass for dinner. What's the matter with you?
Dr. Fauci stars in Jurassic World Quarantine.
Oh no, the Tyrannosaurus is after us.
I know. He's gonna eat us.
That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried that he didn't sanitize his tiny arms. He's got the COVID.
Coming soon.
One was a social worker. The other one used to sell beepers. The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
Well, first of all, let me introduce them for people who don't know. We have Paula Barros and Carolina Barros. I met them back when I was doing the Vacilon sketch comedy show in Miami. Caro did some motion graphics for the show for us. Paula worked with us on some of the sketches. She's been doing stand-up. Bendito. That's
Yeah,
she's like...
Don't feel bad. I've gotten fired.
We're trying to show positive energy. She's like, and I got fired. Damn it.
Can I say something? It was well deserved. I'm 37. I know that I deserved it. I was 24 and didn't think that like television needed work, and I was just fucking around trying to get off on Charm, and I was deserved to be fired. Like,
but it's okay. But you didn't get fired from my life. You're still my friend.
And it wasn't from your lips either. It was like the other guy fired me. You never said
exactly. But Paula does a lot of voice work, which is really cool. She's doing stand-up comedy. Carolina's working in the art department and location management and TV and film. Caro, I want you to tell me a little about, of course, because I'm a big motherfucking Mr. Rogers fan. And that picture, Gustavo, can you show us that picture of David and Caro, if he's there? Maybe Gustavo's not even paying attention.
Simone, I've been talking to Simone all night. He's a
that Gustavo's our
Daniel Tiger.
Oh, I know I said David. I'm so sorry, but look at it.
I miss him. That's Daniel Tiger. Those are the puppet reproductions we had made for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it was amazing. Everybody in Pittsburgh was amazing because it was such a small town and everybody knew Mr. Rogers there. So you'd walk into a shoe store and they'd be like, oh, I knew him, and everybody knew him. And, you know, it was like really being inside of his world. And we filmed at WQED, which were the real studios where Mr. Rogers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was like the whole people that had worked on the original Mr. Rogers worked on the movie. So it was just an amazing cross.
And she's like, I'm getting an apple pie for Tom Hanks. What are you doing? No, you had to get a different flavor because Tom Hanks didn't like a certain flavor. What was it?
I don't know. Yeah, there's always something like that. You have to make sure that they're going to eat whatever prop food you're going to make. So,
so how many months were you working on that?
That was, I think, like 4 months in Pittsburgh. We had like a month and I don't know, like 5 or 6 weeks to prep, and then it was really cool. And
he's going hard on that donut.
Louis is not fucking around.
I'm not fucking around here.
I'm like, I can't believe that. We're all
He's not like donut number 3.
Caro's doing the location managing stuff. And Paula, what have you been doing? You've been doing stand-up, but now you're kind of doing sitting down because you can't be able.
Been interrupting my sister, and that's not good ever. That's what I've been doing. I'm sorry about that. No, dude, yeah, I finally, like you said, yeah, you came down here. We were gonna do, the Spanish SNL, El Vacilon. Sorry, not dropping words. But yeah, and then after that, I went on to do I was like, dude, what job can a girl that's 5'3" and like doesn't want to lose the extra 30 pounds, but is entertaining? No, and now it's like 70, but I'm now doing stand-up and doing great and loving it. And voiceovers was my best avenue for somebody that was like, rebellious against the type they need for TV and all that shit. I don't know. I had a hard time just finding an outlet, and voiceovers.
Hell yeah, they rock.
That was a lot of words and that was a lot of silence.
Voiceovers are forever.
Bro, right?
But they're also so fun because you could just show up in your pajamas, no makeup, and just
closet during COVID.
Jackie, speak for yourself, Jackie. Okay? I need wardrobe and makeup to do my voiceover.
Damn.
No makeup, hair a mess, half asleep.
You're gorgeous. You're beautiful.
So I gotta. You got any funny Tom Hanks story or anything like ridiculous?
I don't know. He's such a nice guy. It's just, it was like he would just like in the middle of filming when everyone was getting really tired, he would like start singing a Mr. Rogers song, or like he would like have lunch by himself on set. Like he was just like really like into, I think, the project, and he was such a sweetheart to everybody. And it was really cool working with him.
That's cool. That's boring, but you know,
Casper,
I want to know asshole stories. Who was an asshole to you?
Casper, I'm talking right now, okay? Aguántate. I just want you to know that Mia, I loved the movie.
Oh, good.
I thought it was so cool. I gotta tell you, man. Talk about Mr. Rogers. I think he was like one of the coolest cats. He was like that show that was not gentrified.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ahead of his time.
His wife is in a scene in the movie. Like his wife and a couple of other people that worked on the film, they're in a restaurant scene towards the end of the movie. We sat them all at a table and they're all there. His wife is the sweetest lady. She came over to the costume department, let them into like his closet with his sweaters and his cardigans that his mother had made, and like it was so cool.
That was great.
It was a really. I got to put on a Mr. Rogers cardigan. That's all I can say.
That's pretty badass.
That's very cool.
How did that make you feel?
Oh God, it was just, I don't know. He's such a legend. Like, me and my sister grew up with Mr. Rogers. So it was like.
It was the father we never had. No, we love our dad. Our dad's there, but not so much emotionally. So yeah.
Hey, hold on. I want to ask Paula something. And I know it might sound really fucked up, but I'm just curious.
It's going to sound fucked up, but be ready.
Casper, I can't.
I just want to know, is your kitchen still full of cocks?
Oh yeah, my mom's the one that likes cocks.
So when we were like hanging out with Casper, we both lived at home, like with my mom and my dad, like till we lived at home till we were like, we moved out like maybe last year. I don't know. I'm 37, like Latin do, And Casper would come over and like he'd have to sneak out too when it was late. Like we were 34. Like it was great. It was great. And there was clocks all over my kitchen because my mom loved.
Yeah, we have a game. Whenever somebody walks into the kitchen, we just ask them if they can guess how many cocks are in the kitchen, not including theirs.
Yep.
I'm learning so much right now. I can't wait to make a visit to that kitchen.
Oh my God, my mom would be so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there are cocks in the kitchen. Yeah, man. Mom has. I tried. I was like, let's go for a different animal for a little bit. She was like, why? And that's all.
She committed. She got the curtains. She got everything. She committed. It's there's no going back.
She's like, we're not gonna change up. I don't want squirrels. We don't want rabbits.
I'm gonna tell you something. I knew a guy who had a potbelly pig at home. And one day, me and three of my boys were going to go and kidnap the potbelly pig because he was always playing jokes on me, right? So I said, bro, we're going to go get the potbelly pig. He gave me the code to the gate. We get there. We're looking around. All of a sudden, we hear like a loud snort. And we turn around. It's a fucking 450-pound pig. So I'm telling these guys, we have like a Toyota Celica, right? Back in the day, right? So I said, come on, bro, we're gonna put this shit in the back seat. And they're like looking at me, get the fuck out of here, man. So I started like putting like breadcrumbs, like a trail, so it could follow all the way to the car. So the sucker comes and he gets to a certain point and he's just smart. He goes, Papa, my name? Not lechon. Bye. And went back into the house and shit.
He was like, I know you want to make chicharrón.
You had that idea. You're so vengeful.
It was 450 pounds. You know whose Pop Belly pig that was?
Oh my gosh.
George Clooney's.
George Clooney. That's hysterical.
I was gonna fucking kidnap that shit. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna send them a picture with a hostage picture.
Yeah.
With No. Casper, that's fucking cliche. Coño, déjate eso. No,
with adobo.
Next to a spit.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Mia, what are you doing in Detroit?
Wait, what was the name of the pig?
Huh?
What was the name of the pig?
Lucky.
What?
Lucky.
You said
Lucky.
Lucky.
So, Mia, what are you doing in Detroit? You live in Detroit? Okay.
No, I'm working on a Steven Soderbergh.
On the what?
She lives in
a
my
Steven Soderbergh movie that's filming here.
Oh, is that with Don Cheadle?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew about that. Tell Steve I said hi. Tell Don I owe him a beatdown.
Yeah, because the last time we were with Don playing dominoes, we kicked your ass, didn't we?
Wait,
you and your cousin.
Yo, first of all, freaking Don plays like West
California,
Coast domino.
yeah.
And so he put that shit on the side and said, "Yo, Papa, I know the weed is good, but that's not how we play here, Nene."
Nope.
No. That's cool.
I have something to say to him now.
Are you guys twins?
Yo, Jackie.
Because we are like 4 years apart. That is the best compliment.
So much alike. I'm curious to know where you got your humor from, Paula, and what roles you guys play in the family. Like, who's the black sheep and who's the mission?
Oh my God!
You're like bronze
Black sheep.
I live by the beach, so I got a different color. She lives basically in Detroit a lot. Well, she's always like,
"Oh, I've never been here. This is my first time here."
This girl's an artist too. She does she paints and does stop motion animation. Like, she's a boss.
Actually, we do have one of those videos. Gustavo, do you have that? I pulled out some of those stop motion animations. I believe I sent Gustavo a link with the one called Mouse the Page. Remember the one that the one for the Vacilon?
No.
So I'm not sure if Gustavo has it there.
Prep work, Casper. Wow.
I guess not.
Oh my God. Casper.
There it is.
Here it is. My sister did this. She did the bumper for the show, and it was
that's so cool.
It was called This is in the kitchen with the cocks. Yeah.
No, that's the kitchen with the cocks. No, the one with the Frida Kahlo was my favorite.
She was
I know and we had one with Elby Crespo. Remember the one with
Elby Crespo? He was like, yeah. Oh my God. What a great time in my life. Holy shit. That was
Look at Paula, she's reminiscing, not going.
She's like asking herself, what am I doing here?
Well, downhill.
What am I doing here? You know?
I love your imitation of me. That's like such an honor that you did an imitation of me.
Really?
Okay, but I saw you in a.
Are we both
speaking of Steven Soderbergh? Soderbergh did Out of Sight, which I just saw maybe a couple months ago. Where you're in Miami. Did you shoot that in Miami?
We shot a part in Miami. Yeah.
Like Miami?
We're on the laundromat, which shot in Miami for a short bit. In Key West.
Yeah, but what did you like about Miami, and what did you not like about Miami?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah, of course.
Number one, a lot of fucking crazy people in Miami. They don't know how to fucking drive.
Okay, yeah.
And when you go dancing, everybody's checking you out, and I'm like, yo, man,
you don't like
that? You want to look at me, or you want to get on the dance floor? You know?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, there's people gather around to watch people dance. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Louis has a lot of love for Miami because he was on the pilot of Miami Vice, and that's how his career started. So,
Louis, do you remember working on a movie called Heartbeat?
A music video called Heartbeat with Don Johnson.
Oh my God!
Wow, the movie.
No, she said the movie.
My prop master, who I work with on this movie, worked with you on that one.
What's his name?
Phil Schneider.
Oh yeah, tell him I said hello.
Nice.
Yeah, yo, let me tell you something. Oh my God, what it was Don Johnson did an album and it was called Heartbeat. Right?
I didn't know that.
And like Don Henley, I think, produced it. You know, yeah. So
hold on. It goes like this. I don't care what you say. You can give it away. Your money don't mean much to me. I'm looking for a heartbeat. Come on, I know that song. That's Don Johnson.
I never ever heard that in my life.
Don Henley. What does Don Henley sing?
Oh, Don Henley sang.
Don Henley was from the Eagles.
Girls of Summer.
He was with the Eagles.
It was part of Glen Fry, Hotel California, the Eagles.
Oh my God. Mija, ¿qué tú estás fumando?
Todo lo que hay en Miami, ya tú sabes.
Okay, well, so check it out, right? We did this music video, and I'm not lying to you, man. Todo el mundo ahí estaba periqueado.
Of course.
Periqueado.
The 80s, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I've never tried perico at 37 years old. Have you guys all tried? Are we open like this? Casper, have you ever tried perico? Have you guys done it?
Yeah, but it's never been my thing. I'm a weed guy.
I grew up in that environment. Some of my boys were in the business of it, and it was just all around me, you know. But I did that, and I haven't done it in like 30 years.
Huh?
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Should I try it? Should like a
have you? I mean, you asked.
I asked you, and I'm asking you, should a person try it?
What is it? What is it called?
Carolina, perico is also known as cocaine in some parts of the country.
Wow.
Going skiing. I think they call it.
Yo, Mija, it's like you ever go on a date with a guy and he's doing shit like this. Oh, mommy.
Or like this, or like this.
That one.
I used to be a doorman. And the guy who worked the overnight shift, I never knew if he was gonna come to work because ese cabrón tenía un fucking he had a perico habit, and he would come in. His name was Izzy, and his teeth would be mad stiff. And he'd go like this. How you doing, bro?
Oh God!
You could go home now. And I would look at him and I'm like, nah, I'm not going home, bro. You can't work. You got to get the fuck out of here, bro. Doing really nothing.
So I want to ask you guys because that shit was shady. But listen, I want to ask you both, what do you miss the most since being afflicted with all this COVID shit that's going on? What do you miss the most besides me? Go ahead.
No, now I have the most of you than ever. People get most of the pandemic because they just turn on the TV way more and see your ass in every movie ever. Like, great
in everything.
He's got a part in it. Yeah, it's amazing. But I miss the stage, dude. Like I miss like going on doing stand up and like having a crowd and like, you know, just like being around people. And I miss stand up. I had to start like doing like taking melatonin to be able to sleep because I was used to like being up all night and fucking doing, you know, comedy.
Periqueando. Okay. Anyway.
I would be so flaca if I periqueo, but I'm not flaca.
I miss.
She's flaca.
Bar. I miss like, sitting in a bar, and I miss like seeing people's faces. Like, especially now being at work, like I meet people and I don't feel like I'm not meeting them. Like I can't see them, and it's like, and it's just like I the whole time the COVID girl was like talking to me. I'm like, what does she look like? What does she look like? What is she like? I'm just like, she has pretty eyes, but that's all I know.
Oh my God,
so weird. And then it's like,
that's good for us that have a little bit like a little shaded area.
And it sucks, Caro, because again, Louis was saying earlier, hugging, like on sets, we hug each other, like, hey, good morning, how you doing? Nice to see you. You know, you can't do that right now.
Let me.
I went to a fitting and I looked like I was about to perform surgery on the actor. Like I was like with the thing, and the mask, and the gloves. And I was just like, I just graduated from medical school or something because I just don't know.
So let me ask you, Mia. So people can hear. What are like some of the protocols? Like how is going into work? What's different?
It's very procedural. Like, you have to wear a mask. I have to get tested every week. They check you you have to do a self-screening every day. And they come and they check that you've like taken your temperature and done all this. And, I think that I'm still 2 weeks away from filming, but I think that we're going to learn a lot more of like how the set life's going to be, because that, we're obviously a big crew. And it's, like I can't, like, I'm usually like a person that will run and buy the food or do the thing and make the things, and then I have to run it to set, or sometimes I have to go and help on set. But like now there's all these divisions, so if I'm in a zone, I can't go to set anymore. So it's.
Oh yeah, the A zone, the B zone, the C zone. Yeah.
So,
but don't ever step into the danger zone.
I want to be clear for the danger zone.
I miss you, Casper.
I miss you too.
Cool, bro. Come over, bro.
No. Are you still in Florida, Casper?
Yes, I live in Deltona. I bought a home up here.
He's a liar. No, you do not live in Deltona. You mispronounced it. It's Daytona, and you don't live there.
No.
Daytona is like about 15, 20 minutes away.
Oh, there is a Deltona. You're right. Yeah. There is a Deltona. Perdón.
I like how she's telling me, no, you don't live where you fucking live. You just don't live there. You're making it up.
That doesn't look like a Daytona apartment, bro.
No, it's a house. I bought a house in Deltona.
It's a house, Mia.
Deltona, Florida?
Mm-hmm.
So have you been?
Where Jeffrey Epstein from?
I don't want to believe him. I don't believe him. I feel like.
Oh shit!
What are you saying?
I live in Deltona, Florida.
Mentiroso de mierda, porque estarías
on exit 114 off of I-4, of course.
Okay, too much
You're telling everyone how to get to you, Casper.
I know.
It's
not that hard to get to Deltona.
No,
cool.
You're not.
I want to bring somebody else onto the show.
No, wait up.
I want to make it like the Brady Bunch.
Casper, wait.
Talented motherfucker!
I thought you were going to say something deep. And then
No, Gustavo.
Jackie, I said something deep 10 minutes ago. Where were you? Anyway, who we're bringing? We're
bringing my homie, talking about stand-up comedy. That I met this guy when he was doing stand-up comedy. Then he started working with Billy Mays, that remember that guy?
Here. Yeah, that guy.
Exactly. And now, hey, there you go. Hey, what are you doing? Hey.
Yeah.
This is my boy,
let me see that. Let me see that, bro.
Come on, we want to see the bong.
Yeah, man. Hit it, Papi. Hit it.
Billy Mays.
Oh, yeah.
While he's hitting the bong, I want to let you know.
Wow.
Nice.
Welcome to life.
What's going on, Richie Bulldog?
Wow. My mother would be so proud right now.
Where is your mom? Happy birthday to your mom.
Today's her birthday. She's getting tore up in Deltona, Florida, bro. Deltona's off the chain. Yo, have you heard of Deltona?
I'm gonna look it up. I don't believe there's a Deltona.
Yeah. It's what? It's the 8th hottest spot to live right now.
On what planet?
Where do you live?
No, my mother's actually in I think she's in like Bayside, Miami right now, getting
okay.
tore up,
turning it up.
Yeah,
you got a little cabana boy hanging out over there.
Yeah, my sister called me up not pleased. She was like, yo, Bobby, I got to hand over the baton. Enough is enough. I mean, when are you coming to Florida? I mean, yeah. So I hung up. I just hung up.
You were like, yo, my phone's dying. I'll call you later. No, but Richie, I want you to tell us a little about your story with Hustle Butter, where it started and where it's at today. For those of you guys who are listening and here with us, Paula, he has a product called Hustle Butter. It's for tattoos, and basically it's just been spreading like wildfire. Tell us a little about it, brother.
That's pretty strong.
So I can't see levels. Am I too loud?
No, you're fine.
You sound great.
Anyway.
So my name is Richie Bulldog.
Hi, Richie.
I own a product. I make a product called Hustle Butter Deluxe. If this is weird, then we're going right into that. You want to talk about stand up? You want to just
no, fuck that
Why
shit.
don't you do it like Billy Mays?
I want you to talk. Yeah, exactly. Sell your shit like it is a billion.
Yeah, bro, because I live in Vermont and we got some shit up here. So let's see what you got.
Richie Bulldog here. You have to start with like here because Billy Mays would go like.
Okay, ready? 5, 4.
You guys have no idea.
Dale.
Action.
Hey, Richie Bulldog here, and I got something that's gonna knock your sock. I'm just kidding. Listen, I've actually.
Well, honestly, another 2 seconds, you would have been off.
Listen, I've actually done that. I used to pitch stuff, but no, I make an all natural vegan tattoo care product where tattoo artists use it to do the tattoo instead of using Vaseline or any petroleum product.
No.
So you're not bleeding. It's not oozing in. Vaseline's not good for the skin, and that's why if you ever had a tattoo and the guy's using Vaseline, it gets really red and swollen and gnarly, and chances are you're gonna have a rough heel. So I make a vegan organic body butter.
Let me spell it.
Smell it. Look at that.
That shit is empty.
Oh, that's how good it is.
I got a rough heel. It's called un callo, I think, on your feet. Like, does that work for like rough heels?
Listen, it works. So fast forward.
It works for your stretch marks, mommy.
It does. 100%.
We got you.
100%. 100%. Stretch marks, diaper rash, all that stuff. You know, chafing. It works for chafing.
It gets rid of your gray hairs.
It's actually an amazing product. It's actually you can find it in Ulta Beauty.
Yeah.
You went corporate sick.
Yeah, he got it into Ulta recently, which is
awesome. It started out in their impulse section and it did well, and now they carry my whole line.
How is that an impulse buy? Like, I'm just gonna impulse buy a tattoo lotion healing.
Well, it's beautiful. If you walk past it and you see the packaging, help you, it's like something.
Yeah.
And then once you open it, it's a done deal. Like it's really, really amazing stuff.
Paula, Carolina, you guys got any tattoos?
I have one, but it's already been. Yeah, it's in a place that used to be visible before I was 37.
She's hung on 37 because she keeps everything.
That's what the clock. That's what she shut the clock off.
I'm sorry, I asked.
She unplugged the VHS at 37.
Yep, that's it.
Unplug my VHS at 30.
You pull that shit out, bro. You unplugged it. It's the date is there. Yeah, it's like 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
All right,
time. Dígame, mija.
Me?
Yeah.
What? I was just saying, my little sister has has tattoos enough for both of us.
Oh, okay.
She's the one with all the tattoos.
Louis doesn't have. I don't have. Jackie, you have a tattoo?
I do. I don't have a tramp stamp.
Actually, I do have tattoos.
Yeah.
They were given to me by my mother.
Oh, where can we see them?
Mental scarring tattoos.
Does that mean like
Bro? chancletazo.
Well, I hear you. Yeah, that shit bars, bro.
You know, making me get on my knees on the right tattoos.
Oh man,
Guys, I actually have 3 tattoos. You want to
Okay,
Nobody's
yeah, all right.
asked you, bro.
Oh my God.
Nobody asked me.
Okay,
No.
listen. Oh my God. Okay, so
where's your tattoo, Paula?
Flaca, mira, I'm gonna tell you.
show it, Paula.
I'm gonna tell you where it started, and I'm gonna tell you where it ended.
Okay.
Our tattoo was like right on my awesome hip, right? Or like my belly was like, oh, like I can come down to your hips and like hang out there for a little bit. So it's like in a place that like used to have a lot more value to me. Now I can't really admire it anymore.
Not like you had
I'm
children.
hold on.
The
Hold
sub
on.
page is real.
I gotta take a hit.
Vamos, dale.
No, Richie, you got to take a hit.
I got you.
Shit.
I don't know how you guys can do that and be on the show. Like I wouldn't.
Carolina, look, Jackie, I'm never gonna fucking run for president, so fuck it. But listen, Carolina.
Yeah, well, that's not what I meant. But okay.
What do you like most about your job?
About my job?
Yes.
I love having the opportunity to be creative and come up with stuff. A lot of it is like a history lesson. I'm like learning about, a period in time or a person. And then I get to like, when I do all the shopping for props and stuff, it's always like, like it has to be period correct. I'm learning about what, like in old history, what they used, the watches, the sunglasses, the everything. And then at the same time, when I get the opportunity to make props, so it's like I actually get to use my creative background, and it's, sometimes I get really great opportunities. And I like that when it's over, it's over. Like, you know what I mean? When you work on a project for like 3 months, if you hate everybody, it's going to be over. And then you're going to get another movie with, a whole set of new project. And it's just
a
great.
new group of people to hate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which one has been give us name off some projects that you worked on that were really cool, with a big project, TV or film?
I worked on The Highwayman with Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson. It's on the
That sucked, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know what was really good?
Yo, that's why I could never be a critic. Nobody would believe me.
I worked on the worst Kevin Costner movie.
Like really good props, really good looking props. Right?
Who liked The Beach Bum? That's a really good movie. If you haven't seen The Beach Bum, the Harmony Korine film,
Harmony Korine.
And she worked on that film in Key West with Matthew McConaughey. I never know how to say it.
I think that was one of the greatest movies of all time, by the way.
No. She got dude, that's a great
I was in for the love of the game.
Okay.
Beautiful. I
That
love
was
that.
back in the days.
Okay.
Armand was in that too.
Tell us some other projects, Mija.
More projects. I worked on Bloodline, the TV series on Netflix.
Okay.
For 3 years.
Instead of the Louis show, the Louis Miami.
A movie that's going to be coming out called Judas and the Black Messiah. It's
okay. I've seen the previews for that.
Yeah, I turned that role down, by the way. Yeah.
I know. What happened?
Oh, I mean, all the makeup, and then having to wear a beard and shit.
What?
Come on. I was like, come on, man. And then they were trying to get me to change my accent.
That's why when I saw The Count of Monte Cristo, I was like, yo, I read this book and I never knew that there was a Puerto Rican in it till I saw you in that movie.
No, I will tell you. So let me tell you my great The Count of Monte Cristo story, right? So I'm shooting a movie in the South Bronx that summer. I get a phone call. The guy introduced, hey, my name is Kevin McReynolds. I'm a director. I'm directing The Count of Monte Cristo. I would love you to be in my movie. I go, where are you shooting? He goes, we're shooting in Ireland and in Malta. I said, what's the character? Jacopo. I go, great. Okay, I'm there. 3 months later, I end up in Ireland. I'm hanging out with all these dudes. They speaking the most eloquent, perfect English. I'm saying, aquí yo me jodí, pero I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way, right? So, you know, these guys speaking, you know, that I'm not even going to try to imitate because I would be I would be insulting, right? So, my very first day of shooting, and I'm like done up in this beautiful fucking outfit. You know what I mean? I'm like royalty right now.
Yeah, you look like a Monopoly piece.
So anyway, I didn't even hear that album reaction.
You look like a Monopoly. I think it's funny.
I heard what he said. It's not funny to me. Yeah. So anyway. So my very first take, it's like, yes, we have all the money. Where would you like us to put it? We buy the house. And the director goes, cut! He takes me to the side. He goes, Louis, what are you doing? He said, yo, bro, I'm hearing all these people with this accent. I got to come up with something. That's the best I could come up with. And he goes, okay, this is how this is going to work. You are the only actor that does not need to have an accent. And I go, what? For fucking real? For fucking real? He goes, yes, just do your thing. Just be jackable. And that's what I did. And that's how I pulled it off. Yeah, man.
I gotta see that movie now. Fuck.
It's a beautiful.
Count of Monte Cristo.
It's a beautiful movie. It's a very passionate, really cool movie. You know,
you were the only one that got the license to be yourself. Like, that's sick.
Yeah, they were like, yo,
pretty much.
They needed a 70s staccato in the Count of Monte Cristo.
Speaking of accents, like the accent that I gotta do for like Spanish commercials and shit, like I'm a VO actress, so like nobody talks like that. Nadie puede hablar con el español. El español llama al 1-800-999 y ya, you know what I mean? Like that shit. That's like, es un español que es completamente hablado sin acento y puedes decir todas las palabras que quieras, pero no puedes saltarte o tener un tipo de canción o cosas. You know what I mean? That shit.
Yeah.
Espera, what was that number?
Yeah, he's about to
992-9292.
Oh my God.
I understand and I relate because everything in Spanish radio with guys is, sí, esta noche tiene que llamar a todo el mundo al 777-555. Llama ahora, estamos encendidos aquí en Mega 97. And I'm like,
yo, I want to call that guy and say, Papa, where did you get the perico from, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Voice. Yeah, and I gotta like, yo, Richie Bulldog on the hustle though. Like, if you need anybody to sell your cream in Spanish, I got you. Like, this is high hustle right now. Like,
word, wow. But that shit sounds like a lot of like Latin radio would give you like panic attacks.
¿Tienes un tatuaje infectado? No te preocupes, amigo.
Oh my goodness.
Solamente marcar 9 números. Estarás un paso más.
Ay, Dios mío.
Un tatuaje bien tapado. Or whatever.
Hustle Butter. And when the guy was like, necesitas hacerte un tatuaje, busca Hustle Butter. Para los tatuajes ahora, Hustle Butter.
Those are so extra.
So, Paula, am I allowed to say Paula?
You're allowed to say anything.
What? Okay, so Paula and Carolina, my question.
Vamos.
What has been your biggest life lesson?
Oh my God.
I haven't learned it yet.
Good answer. That's your answer. But what has been your biggest life lesson?
I think to listen.
Not to go fishing with Paula because she'll fish you.
I always found myself highly entertaining, and I never really like stopped and listened a lot. And I think I think it just happened like maybe a couple years ago. Like, yo, listen, like to other people. Like, don't wait to talk. Don't wait to give your opinion. Listen and just absorb other shit. Like, you can always have thoughts later. Just fucking listen when you're in the moment and someone's talking, and like enrich yourself because Yo, like I did not do that through all of my. I don't know why I get so ghetto when I talk about life lessons. I'm like, yo,
I gotta keep the streets, son. I gotta keep my rep. You know, Sawesera.
I think my lesson has been to listen and stop waiting my turn to speak.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. Jackie, what is your lesson?
Bulldog, what has been your biggest life lesson?
Never count the chicken before it's hatched.
Okay, okay. Do me a favor, Papi. Like a little more original.
Word. Hit the bong and then come up with some inspiration.
Yeah.
Tony Robbins shit. Like, I started from the bottom and now we're here, No,
like shit ain't real until it's real. Like I've learned that. That's what I mean, like it ain't real until it's real. So many things, whether you're doing stand-up or you're doing acting, you had a good audition, they loved you, was a lock, and then you go out and buy a car and shit. You know what I mean?
Is a bad analogy to that term, don't love your baby until it's born?
Listen, my shit was bad. I'm sure that was fantastic.
I'm thinking, because you said be more original, and I'm like, yo, what could be like, don't count chickens until they hatch, don't love your baby until it's born? I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. I mean, in my 47 years of young age, I've learned from doing acting and stand-up and then not to doing it at all and going a totally different direction, that nothing is real until it's like there's a contract signed or you have a check in your hand, like.
And even then it can all go south.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but it's that's what I've learned. I've learned that the world is cold.
You guys are fucking depressing.
I mean, that's
okay. Thank you, Bulldog. So,
you know what, Gustavo? Can you put a clip of Paula doing voiceovers in Spanish? I think you have that queued up, right? I wanna check that out.
Listen, it's a tough grind.
Ay, bendito, te duele el toto.
Okay, Casper, Gustavo the boat is thinking.
I do want to share it with you guys. I want to know if we thinks I'm doing okay as like my voice acting. Like,
well, if Gustavo, hello, Gustavo.
Hello. Anybody home?
When was the last time either one of you went to Chile?
Yo, good question.
Paula hasn't gone in a long time. I went 4 years ago for my cousin's wedding.
For me, it's like 7, and it's not okay. It's not. Have you been to Chile? Anyone ever been to Chile? Dude, Chile.
No, I haven't.
Tell me.
Have you ever been to Chile?
Oh no! Is this like South Park? Oh God!
Here we go.
South Park video game. Don't play the whole thing. It's very long.
So this is from the video game.
Yeah.
Where's the
Right.
sound?
Muy impresionada. Ustedes, chicos, son geniales. No son como ese embustero de mierda Tony que dice que va a hacerme favores y no hace una mierda y después dice que se olvidó y esa mierda. Olvídate esta vagina, ¿entienden? Porque no tengo tiempo para un tipo que tiene tiempo para coger y no tiempo para mí. Tengo demasiada clase para esa mierda. Así que le dije a esa idiota de Tony que mi vagina y mi mente no son mutuamente exclusivas, que tiene que estimular a los dos por separado, porque hay tipos de sobra que quieren cogerme, ¿saben? Pero no soy ninguna puta. No me voy a coger a un tipo solo porque tiene contrato de promoción y maneja el auto de Volver al Futuro, haciéndose el mal.
Hey, Gustavo, hook us up with some of the English one. We have another video.
That's pretty funny.
Okay. I just want to tell you something about sync. Sync is a thing in Latin when you dub from one language to another. Sometimes you have to risk performance for the sake of sync. And that's like my world. My world is like syncing. Most of the voiceover shit I do is like the movies like Louis does into like Spanish or like, you know what I mean? Like just big Hollywood fucking movies to Spanish. So sometimes like it's awkward to try to speak those words in another language.
Yeah, and you got to fit it in, you know.
Yeah. So I work on the scripts too. I do scripts. Like I do scripts for dubbing a lot. Like that's another side hustle. Oh, this is my English.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how a newbie destroys her social life. My auntie, what? You don't have anti-crab units on Earth? Talk about roughing it. Here, take this one. You're gonna have the time of your life.
No, I'm serious. I can't take it anymore.
You guys are so sweet.
I'm gonna snap. Yeah, I know, but it's so much pressure, right? It's never enough for him, and I don't know what to do. It really stinks. Exactly right. You can't imagine how mad I am right now. I feel like I'm gonna explode.
I feel you.
And now, one of my favorite magic tricks. Lena, think of something you really like.
Terms? My master's terms are simple. Die! That's right, little lion. The destroyer comes for you.
Okay,
Cool.
then tell her that you can't.
Thank you, Gustavo.
That's
amazing. That's
Thank
amazing.
you. That means the world to me. So that's a lot of like in Miami, what we get in Miami is like, it's great because it's a cool opportunity, but it's mostly dubbing work. So all those projects you saw are shit that's done in another language.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of shitty work in the way that like your name will never get famous because you're dubbing. You're never the original voice. That's what happens here in Miami. You're never the original voice of that shit, but it's sick in an animation because you are the original voice. Like animations, you get to be the original voice of anything you want. So it's like
you're the original voice, or are you not? Because you're
I'm not the original voice of fucking it, like much anything right now. I'm the original voice. That's why I got stand up of me. But yeah, when I go in there, I dub like shit other people have done in other languages, and then it goes. That's what's cool about Netflix and Hulu because they offer every show in every language. And now Miami's a good hub for like getting work in voice. If you guys, anybody out there is looking for voiceover work and stuff, dubbing, you know, it's like you dub hundreds of thousands of projects from around the world in English. You know what I mean? There's so much more variety to choose from. But to put your voice in English of stuff that's French, Russian, fucking Chinese, everywhere, you know? Those are the 3 countries I can think of.
Hey, Richie, if you were to dub your voice into something, what would it be?
If I was to dub...
No, I said Richie. It's not all about you, Paula.
Can you dub Richie right now? Dub Richie while he talks. Dub him in Spanish. Good luck.
Do it, bro. Dub me, bro.
Dub me.
Okay, I'll dub you.
I'll direct.
You act like you're talking, and I'll do the voice.
Richie moves his mouth, and Casper does the voice.
Ok, si Paula se puede callar para yo hacer la voz de Richie, que está aquí ahora mismo vendiéndote hustle butter, porque el hustle butter es bueno para la familia, es bueno para los hijos y lo puedo usar todos los días. Maravilloso. Aquí el hustle butter apesta bien. Esto sí que está rico. Gracias por enviarme aquí el hustle butter. Si usted quiere comprar hustle butter, usted puede llamar al 1-888-555-44. Esta noche estamos abiertos 24 horas al día. Gracias. Hustle Butter.
That was great. Yeah. In my profession, that would have been fuck you. Yeah, like that's great sync. You guys killed it. That was great. And when I'm at work, when something syncs really well, I always say the cheesiest joke that nobody laughs at, but I'm always like, yo, that sank like the Titanic. And then nobody gets it.
We're so happy you decided to tune in to our little program. It's people like you who make our jobs worthwhile. Well, you and the people who sign our checks.
Don't forget, people, there's more Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez show right after this.
Coming soon, the Batman film you've been waiting for and will continue to wait for. It's Batman Delayed.
Master Wayne, the Riddler has hijacked a bus full of senior citizens.
I see, Alfred. I'll get to it. Let me finish eating this sandwich first.
Watch as Batman waits and waits.
Batman, please! The Joker kidnapped my sister!
That's rough. Hey, I'm gonna play this game on my phone. I almost got a high score going here.
It's Batman Delayed.
You'll never catch me, Batman. Probably not, Penguin. Back to relaxing.
Coming eventually.
One of them was in Carlito's Way. The other one did 5 minutes in Season 7, Episode 8 of Law & Order Criminal Intent. The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
Carolina, how do you feel about Casper?
I love Casper. I have fond memories of Casper. He's so fun. He totally supported my stop motion career, and And
With a bunch of little miniature toys. Remember those little toys?
yeah, you got me an armature. You got me all the clay a girl could ever want.
The glue gun or some shit.
Paula, how do you feel about Casper?
Me and Casper were like super flirty in our early 20s. Remember? Or I was 20, you were like 30, and we had like it was fun, but it was professional. It was fun. I love him to the core, and I think he's so fucking just like a catch. What are you doing now romantically, Casper? That's not like
She's like, are you? Yes, I live with my girlfriend and my little mini schnauzer.
I got married, so I'm the one that's out of line. Like, no.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. When did you get married?
To a gringo. He's great.
No,
Shout out to
when?
Travis Roy, who sent this podcast link to 65 people through text because he's off Facebook. He doesn't do Facebook, so he's just like sharing the link through, like literally calling people like in the 50s, like, you should. Yeah. Shout out to Travis, my husband, who.
Travis Keys, because I see right there.
Travis Roy.
Okay, there's a Travis Keys there.
There's not a Travis.
Okay.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for letting me hang out with you.
No. You do whatever the fuck you want, Richie.
Thank you. Hustlebutter.com. All natural, vegan, organic. You can't knock the hustle. Thank you. I love you all.
Bye,
Happy birthday to your mom.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to your mom.
Works on anything. Thank you.
All right, brother. So okay. So
Did we make him uncomfortable?
What?
Did we make him uncomfortable?
No.
I thought like talking about our relationship. I'm just kidding. Like,
That's so funny. Paula's like, he got angry to have relationships, so he left. No, bendito. He was actually DJing before we came on.
No. He thought what it was, man. He thought he had a chance, and then So no.
That's what I thought. And I was like asking Casper out, and then it was done.
Okay, so let me ask you. Any of you guys got questions for me?
Yes. I think I don't know if you've given me the chance to ask you, because you just asked if I had a question. I do have a question. Now I will let you offer me the chance to ask it.
What's your question?
Thank you. See, I'm so polite, bro. The question I have is, as a character actor, well, you kind of answered it with the Count of Monte Cristo story, because holy shit, you just kind of got your, like, as a character actor, how do you get roles that deviate from like the mafia roles, for example, that you always did, you know what I mean? And like to get like I feel like you get known as like a certain thing, and then like how to get roles outside of that. Like, how did you prove yourself outside of what everyone knew you could do?
I just think it, just a matter, just keep putting in the work, and just finding the range, and then just going beyond the range, a lot of it also from the relationships that I've developed with different directors. Again, for me, it's just always been about putting in the work, being dedicated to what I do, being committed. I don't think a lot about what I'm doing.
Nice.
Because what I do is, I feel like if you start thinking, that's kind of a trap for you, and you kind of limit yourself. So I don't think. I just show up and I get stimulated, and I work on spontaneity and stuff. But I really am about making it real, about really conveying the message, the emotion and stuff.
You put a lot of yourself into your characters. Because I don't know. I had a conversation with my husband once where I was like, every actor you like, it's just because they're charismatic, they're interesting people. Bad actors, it's usually because like they're just not interesting people. An interesting person makes a great actor. Do you think that's true?
It's different with everybody. Like I said, with me, look, I'm going to show up, and I know what I have to do. Listen, I'm there to compliment everybody. I'm there to be part of the team. I'm there to convey the story, convey the storyline, the arc of a character. I like to improvise. I love to improvise. Pero like I said, I just totally commit to being whoever it is the character is, and really feeling it and living it. Because I don't like faking. I don't like being a bullshitter. And if I am going to be a bullshitter, I'm going to be the best bullshitter ever because you're going to believe what I'm bullshitting you about.
Right. And you draw from your own shit, like to get there. Like
well, you have to.
Yeah.
Like when I did the role of Pachanga in Carlito's Way, to me that was basically a lot of the fucking guys that I used to hang out with, the wannabe Pachangas, and you follow the attitude and you follow the characteristics y la costumbres that they have and the habits that they have, and you make that a part of you. You really, I can be someone that everybody walks over. I can play that character.
Okay.
And I could be that guy que si tú me miras a mí mal, you're gonna have a problem.
What was it like working on the House of Buggin'? My friend Carlos Alayeto is asking.
Oh, it was great, man. I mean, the thing about House of Bugging, again, a lot of it was the material. Because sometimes when you do comedy, you got to be honest about, I find, for me, speaking for myself, I find when you do comedy, you got to be honest about what you're doing, and it'll come across funny. The situation, the script, the words are written. You just got to convey it, but you got to convey, like, I don't like playing the comedy because then I feel like I lose that touch of comedy.
Totally. Totally.
It's like, you've been hearing how I conversate, how I cut people off and stuff like that on here. That's not my personality, but that's just me just firing away, and how we all work off each other here.
Right. Feeling the room. Yeah.
Okay, enough about you.
Yes, Caro, please.
What's your question, Mija?
I want to know what was your best experience? Like, what was your favorite project to work on, director to work with, or?
I've been blessed, man. I got to work with Steve Soderbergh on 3 projects. I've worked on 3 projects with Paul Thomas Anderson. I did 3 projects with Sidney Lumet. But I guess for me, the biggest lesson that I really did learn was working with Sidney Lumet when we did a movie called Q&A, because we did what he called his 3-week process of putting a movie script on his feet, doing it like a play, and then when we show up on set, it's 1-2 takes. That's it.
Wow.
So just like learning that whole process, and I'll never forget. Here is me, Timothy Hutton, Nick Nolte, and Charlie Dutton, and we're rehearsing, and Sidney stops the rehearsal, and he says to us, guys, I'm not shooting a TV show. I'm shooting a movie. I don't need TV acting. I want real acting. And so, when you hear that from a director like Sidney Lumet, who was, iconic, it kind of digs into you in the right way, that you want to really discover things about yourself, that you want to be so truthful and so honest, that's what you want to convey as an actor. And that's what I do. Listen, I talk to young actors and I see them struggling sometimes, and I pull them to the side and I say, yo, you know how to cry? Have you ever laughed? You know what it feels like to be rejected?
Yeah.
And it's like, those are the things that you use. You don't need to act that.
No.
You know how to cry. You know how to laugh. You know how it feels like, oh my God, I just left the best day ever. Or it's like, or I can't believe I got over. You know what those things feel like.
Yeah.
So those are the things that you convey. But like I said, I've been blessed, Carolina, because I have worked on so many fantastic projects. The Count of Monte Cristo, anger management.
Magnolia. You did Magnolia, one of my favorite movies in my life.
Magnolia, Boogie Nights. Even a movie like Journey to the Mysterious Island. And
Welcome to Collinwood.
Welcome to Collinwood. That was a great one. But like when I did Journey to the Mysterious Island, I mean, besides working with The Rock and all those people, I was working with Michael Caine.
Yeah.
And Michael Caine, to be able to like sit with him for hours and hear the stories, that he had, and I think one of the stories that he told me was back in the day he used to date Nancy Sinatra.
Whoa.
So he was in Los Angeles. So Nancy's father, the chairman of the board, Mr. Frank Sinatra, sends his private plane to pick up Michael Caine because he wants to meet who his daughter's dating.
Oh, sorry.
So Michael flies to Las Vegas. He walks into the room, and when he walks into the room, it is Frank Sinatra,
What?
Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr.
I love it.
Peter Lawford, and who was there was one more guy. Who was that? The last guy that I missed.
Oh my God! It's Dean, Sammy. It was a Brad Pack. I'm Frank, and what was the other guy? He was a actor. You know what? I'm gonna have to Google.
So anyway, he walks into the room, and these 5 guys are there, and he's like, "Holy shit!" So I used to hear all these stories from him, man. And I love when he also would speak to me about acting, and you just do it.
Yeah.
The thing is to don't let it get into your head.
Huh. Have you ever written anything that you want to get made? Like, are you ever on the writing side?
I have written a few things, but right now I'm producing 2 projects, and one of those projects is a book called Bodega Dreams. That was written by Ernesto Quiñones, and one of the most phenomenal books that I've ever read. And this book has been yeah. So find it. It's called Bodega Dreams by Ernesto Quiñones.
Bodega Dreams.
It's you guys would love it.
If you need anybody to play like a waitress or something in the background, like I got you. Like I'll be there. Just letting you know, I'm always plugging myself.
Okay.
If you need anybody in the background, can bring many charisma.
Do better than background, Paula. Don't sell yourself short.
Mira, mami.
Start with background. I always start with background.
Well,
Bishop was the person you were missing.
Un momento. There might be a cockroach on the wall. We just got to find out if it's male or female. We don't know yet.
Hey, and then
I feel like that's really rude, and you should apologize because I feel like that's really rude.
No. You know what? I did not mean to be rude.
Good, because I feel like I would never say that to you, and I feel really sad that you.
No. But if you said that to me, I wouldn't think of you as being rude.
Well, because you like Bukowski and the cockroach fucking book and all that stuff. Okay, listen. Is that Bukowski? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was Bogatra.
No, it wasn't.
Bogatra.
Okay, I will play. Look, I'm gonna.
No. First, you got to read the book.
I'm gonna read the book.
For real. It's
El nombre de nuevo, so I can write it down on my computer.
Bodega Dreams.
Bodega Dreams.
Bodega Dreams.
Ernesto Quiñones.
And please forgive me if I did not mean to be insulting, but
no, I'm just kidding.
You're gonna take shit from Latina Amy Schumer. Really?
I'm not Latina Amy Schumer, Mama.
Oh, that's messed up, Mama.
Damn, Casper.
Yeah, so let me ask you, like, what's some of the challenges that you face
Well, let me tell you
as a Latina woman? Both
As
of
a
you.
Latina woman, I'm going to tell you the following, but this is just like me trying to get in the cool thing about my life is that I played like semi-professional poker for like 5 or 6 years where most of my money was coming from poker. Well, it's professional, right? I think. So, no, but I just wanted to tell you that because I wanted to impress you so I'm not a cockroach on the wall anymore. But
let it go. Okay.
That's what a Latina does.
Let that shit go.
Latina
Oh my God.
does
5 years from now, we'll be hanging out. Remember
we don't
me?
let things go.
A
We don't let
cucaracha on the
things go.
bone.
No, we'll be at the opening of your film. And
No, I'm gonna have to show up with the fucking santeros and shit. Por favor, despójala. Despójala.
Louis, all I want to do is smoke you out in Miami, bro. Just like let me know. You're the best.
Let's go.
For real.
Thank you.
For real. But no. What? I don't know. Casper, take over, please. I feel so.
So I have a question if you want.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
What's
the question? What's the question?
Okay, so I have my daughter here, right? Amberly. She wants to be an actress, right?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
God bless.
Later.
Bye.
No.
I'm curious
We are-
to know the answer to Louis' question. I'm curious to know, as Latinas in the business, what has been, difficult for you guys?
Okay. Well, for me, like I have a body fat distribution that a Latina of my ancestors have that never gave me a real shot at like the kind of television I wanted to do in Miami. So off the bat, like I wasn't great with like 7 feet. I don't even know what the length of cool legs are, but long legs. I wasn't like, blessed with like a body that like goes for TV. I was blessed with like, yeah, what's up, donut? Dame.
Yeah, because there's this idea that Latinas have to be
No, I don't think that's like a really weird thing to just say like maybe it's my body type that like really fucked me for like auditions and stuff for a long time. And I was like eating like a normal girl and exercising like a normal girl, but I always had hips and like looked short and weird on camera, and I had a bunch of charisma, but I wasn't given like chances, and like that fucked with me. So I think that I'm not blaming that on being Latina, but I think that could have a lot to do with being Latina. I don't know. That's a great question, Jackie. God damn it.
It's kind of, I think it's the reverse though. I think they expect Latinas to be a sex object and so perfect. And when you don't fit into that box that they expect you to fit into.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I never had that problem, but go ahead.
What about you, Caro?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something, but I feel like my Hispanic background and my being Latina has always kind of like helped me in a way. Like I feel like I'm surrounded by like I'm always like, oh, I'm the only one who can communicate with the freaking gardener. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to.
No, but I understand what you're saying. Because we have.
We're like trying to purchase something or we're trying to do something where like I'm the one who like kind of like can communicate with someone or like, just having the bilingual and I think it's been a big benefit to me.
Sick.
That's interesting. That's the difference between behind the camera and in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is no matter what, like, the sexualization of like my big bottom will always be
fat ass. Carolina has a fat ass. Casper does not have a fat ass. It's nice.
You see, here's a funny thing. Caro was a baby when we were hanging out in El Bastilo. You were the one with the fat ass. Caro was just the younger sister. So I never really.
So cute. Somebody confused her with J-Lo on set the other day. Remember, like
I was a stand-in for J-Lo once.
Nice.
She's a stand-in for J-Lo.
I was working a music video, and it just like
cool. And they were like, "We need to use it for lighting."
Yeah, exactly.
It's like stand here. Don't move.
Yeah, and then we had to like leave early, and I ended up being like the eye line for her lover guy in the video. So I was like, she was really looking at me. I don't know.
That's funny.
No, yeah, I'm just random. You don't get paid for it. But...
tell us something new that you have learned this week.
Oh my God, this week?
Deep questions, dog. Like, he's on it.
I learned how to play this game. Vintage Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, that's cool.
I've never even heard of that.
Caro's such an old soul. You're an old soul.
Now all day.
Yup.
Do you want to play? I'm just kidding.
Sure.
It's not a euphemism. I'm not trying to play Humpty Dumpty with you, Casper.
I know.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So what was it that you learned about Humpty Dumpty?
It's like Jenga, but cooler. Look.
Really?
You have to pull off the wall so before Humpty Dumpty falls.
Oh my God. That's another form of Jenga.
It's Jenga with something to lose.
Oh, I got so okay. Switching lanes here. Do you remember your first fight and what was it?
Ooh.
With each other. I remember because I was traumatized because I was really afraid of a storm or something, and I couldn't sleep. And I remember going to Paula's room, and you're asking between us, right? Fights?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I don't bring the drama without.
Just say it.
So yeah, and I went to her room and I begged, like on my knees, crying for hours. I was like, "Please let me sleep with you. Like, please, I'm horribly scared. Like, please." And she sent me away.
No, I didn't. I must have been. I was masturbating. No, that is so weird. I would never do that unless I was doing something awkward and that I didn't want you there. No.
When I was like,
possibly want to be doing?
I was probably like, oh my God, like my dildo or something. Like, no, like I'm not a person.
You weren't even 10 years old.
Yeah, I probably had my dildo or something. Like,
okay.
Same story. No, I'm just.
I became really upset with her, and I remember being really hurt. You know.
Wait, that was your first fight?
That's the one I can remember earliest on in my life.
Room because it was a storm.
Okay. I opened up a can of worms.
Yeah,
yes, you did.
So, Paula, what was your first fight?
Wait.
It has to do with this little girl. We went to private Catholic school in Miami, at Holy Cross Academy, and this little fucking girl, Karina, had like, you remember you used to call her a horse. And she stole your diary and she put all the pages down the hallways of the school. And she was like 4th grade. Carolina was like 3 grades lower than me. And I remember I grabbed that girl in school, and I punched her against the locker because of you, to defend you. So I made up a storm story way later.
She would beat up my friends. Not my friend. Like.
Yeah, you got problems. The Barros family got issues.
No, Paula always had my back.
No, here's what it is that girls are mean. So sisters have to have each other's backs. Like they were like that with me too. And my sister used to have to come and beat people up or threaten them. Girls are mean.
It's like if
you on this podcast because you needed right now this girl to just like completely validate everything that we're saying. Thank you, girlfriend. I appreciate you.
Of course.
You know that.
Yeah. I want you.
Casper laughing at us. Shut up, Casper.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what my first fight was. Okay.
Wow.
And I remember this shit vividly. Okay.
Oh my God.
I was in kindergarten in Catholic school. I liked the girl that was sitting in front of me. Okay. So in Catholic school, kindergarten, I'm trying to flirt. You know what I mean? My game is on. So the nun like warns me a few times, right? And so on the third time, she tells me come up to the front of the class. And I come up to the front of the class. I'm not thinking anything of it. She takes out the tate quieto stick.
Tate quieto stick?
And she fucking whacks me with it. And it's like, my eyes are welting. I'm trying not to cry. I'm looking at the girl. I said, I can't fucking cry in front of this girl. So So the nun put the Tati Quieto stick down. I picked it up. I whacked the shit out of her. They sent me to Sister Mary Elephant's office.
Mary Elephant?
To wait for my mother. That was my first fight. Because I wasn't going to stay here.
Sister Mary Elephant?
So my mother shows up. Sister Mary Elephant or whatever she was.
Oh, I love that so much.
She tells my mother, your son is going to hell. Don't bring him back here. I walk in home with my mother. ¿Por qué tú haces eso? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué tú le tienes que dar a la monja? Una viejita. Mommy, you always tell me never to stay hit. That if somebody hits me, hit them back.
Even if it's a nun.
That was my first fight.
You beat up a nun. You beat up a nun.
Yeah, man. And I'm really proud because that was like life-changing for me. No other nun ever fuck with me after that.
None of the above. None of the above.
None.
Don't bring none.
Don't
bring none. There'll be none.
You know,
right?
That is a wonderful story.
You're gonna have to bribe your way into heaven.
No, they already got a place for me. They told me it's okay.
In hell?
No, in heaven.
I know.
In heaven. I'm actually going to be floating in between hell and heaven.
You know what?
I like
purgatory, hanging out in purgatory.
You know what's funny? In Spanish, we don't really have a word for heaven. We just say el cielo. Like, we don't really say heaven.
That's true.
What do we say for heaven in Spanish? El cielo.
El paraíso. El paraíso.
Well, that's paradise.
That's like Eden.
Bro, that's Hawaii. That's Hawaii.
All right, I'm going.
Wait, no, for real. Like, you say el paraíso, but I think that's Eden. Like, no, I think we don't have a word for Eden.
No.
Now I'm thinking about the Bryan Adams song. Oh, thinking about the.
Oh, like I'm thinking about my brother in the sky, like the sky. That's all we got is like the sky.
If they translate that song, that song, "You're in Heaven," what would they say? Estás en el cielo.
Yeah, en el cielo.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thinking about.
Here's in heaven. Here's in heaven. Lágrimas en el cielo.
So Paula y Carolina, I just really want to thank both of you.
Thank you.
You know, you make us proud. You make us proud doing what you guys do. And even if we can't see your tattoo, Paula, you're good. But
what a callback!
Honey, you got to call back in my book, okay? But listen,
I'm doing a movie though.
Oh yeah, yo, we're gonna hook it up. But listen,
can I take I'll be in the background. Yeah.
No, honey, you're gonna be front and center.
I believe I may be. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I love you, Louie. You've been so cool.
Thank you, Louie.
And again, we want to thank you guys. Please keep doing what you do. Represent. Let's meet up sometime. Mi bendiciones.
Come over to Miami. I will pay for your flight here. You pay for your flight back.
Oh, look at that.
You know what? If you do that for me, baby, I will fucking walk back. How's
no,
that?
you won't. Really?
Oh yeah.
Coming out in Detroit.
What'd you say, Caro?
Does Puerto Rico have a word for heaven?
You can always come hang out in Detroit too.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, we're gonna go back to Miami for a sec. But maybe we do Detroit.
Hold on, like it's about me, Caro. Hold on.
Before we say bye, I just want to know, does Puerto Rico have a word for heaven that isn't el cielo?
No.
I don't know.
Not that I know.
Allá. Cuando yo me voy, yo voy para allá.
Yo me voy para heaven.
Al lado del Señor. Or just like next to who it is. Where it is.
Mira que Papito Dios me está esperando en el apartamento del 22 piso.
Sí.
So para allá yo voy.
But where are you gonna live in heaven? Are you living in the Section 8 side or like the suburbia area of heaven? Like, is it segregated that way too?
Voy a estar sentado al lado del Señor.
Yo voy a estar en los proyectos.
I'm gonna be like, take me to the girl that does the commercials, please.
Oh, you guys have been so much fun. I know
but listen, You guys been great, and
thank you.
Keep living the life that you live. You make us proud again. We'll be in touch with you. We'll bring you guys back when you get your Academy Award for props, when you get your Emmy for your voiceover work, and again, bendiciones, and thank you guys.
Yeah. And we'll do
Thank
a
you
whole
both.
episode if we get a word for heaven in Spanish, okay?
There's no award for props. No one cares.
Okay. Gracias.
Thank you for having us. It's a fucking pleasure and like an honor to be with you guys. Casper, we love you. Jackie, you're the best.
I love you guys.
Thank
Miss you, Caro.
Gracias. Gracias.
That was
Okay,
awesome.
ladies and gentlemen, that was a great show that we had here. And before we leave, I don't know, man. Yo estoy medio perdido todavía, but that was great.
No, but I want to say hello to a bunch of people. We have Carol Clark, hola from Miami. Isis, it says it's cielo. Janet Castaneda says it's cielo in Puerto Rico. Greg Stewart Wiener says the Latin goodbyes that go on for 80 years. It's true. It's true, Greg. It's true. We will say goodbye for at least an hour and a half. And then after that hour and a half, come up with a bochinche that we forgot to talk about. And then say goodbye another hour and a half. And then call you on the way home.
Yeah.
Because that's how it goes nowadays.
Se me olvidó los pasteles.
Mira.
Yeah.
No, se me olvidó el otro bochinche. Te olvidé. I forgot to tell you about el vecino. El que siempre está con la otra muchacha porque la
no diga.
It's like, oh my God.
Well, I also want to say to Matt Levy, Papi, thank you for always checking in on us.
Yeah. Matt says that he remembers meeting Jackie. He says, Jackie, I now remember you. It was with Luis and Izzy on the set, that house in Van Nuys. I'm not sure what house he's talking about.
Oh, that was a long time. The one where, what was the name? That was Izzy's movie, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, yeah, that was a while back.
That was a long time
I remember
ago.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But listen, to everybody out there, we want to thank you guys for joining us tonight on the show. Your questions, your feedback to us, you supporting us is great. Please continue to spread the word. Again, I want to thank all the people working the front line, all you essential workers, nurses, doctors, medical people, delivery people, social workers, those people that are working the minimum wage jobs to make things happen in their life and stuff. Anybody that's struggling, please, again, reach out. You're not alone. We send you guys all the love in the world, man. So, Casper, I'll let you take it away.
Hey, remember, wherever you go, there you are.
Jackie.
You forgot to thank police officers too. Thank you to the police officers, to the firefighters,
MTA firefighters out there
Yes.
in Oregon and
and
California.
please, everybody, stay safe. Wear a mask, please. Social distance. Keep everybody safe because we're going to be in this for a little while longer. So get comfortable. This is the new normal for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we will see you guys out there in this world next week. Stay healthy. Stay beautiful. God bless you all. Stay safe. Love you guys. Keep it going. Let's be epic. Peace.